Hey YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today we're going to be talking about how I find suppliers. So as you know, we've done videos about it before. The major suppliers out there are Alibaba, AliExpress, DHGate, and there's a few smaller companies that we hardly ever discuss. But today, why I want to put this video out there to you is because I'm switching, and I want to show you DHGate as an alternative to Alibaba, and I want to show you why I'm switching, what I like about DHGate and why it's worked out really well, because I have a feeling that this is going to be a great move for you too, and it's really going to be beneficial for your company. But I don't want you to take my word for it. I want to show you and talk about DHGate. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar or don't know what I'm talking about, let me catch you up. If you are interested in finding suppliers, finding products, doing drop shipping, getting wholesale, anything like that, DHGate.com is a company based out of Beijing that is like an e-commerce wholesale platform. Now, DHGate has been around for a while. They're not new. They've been around since 2004. They've recently, though, really stepped up their game, their quality, the speed of shipping, all the stuff that you're going to see. And so I think they are the next big thing, and I want you to be ahead of that. Important to know, on this website that I'm going to be showing you, there's like 40 million products. No lie. There's a ton of stuff here. There's also like 1.4 million suppliers that you'll have access to. And a really cool note is the CEO is actually the APEC and G20 rep for China. So they have fantastic domestic partnerships. Okay, so when I was going through Alibaba, there were some problems, some big problems that I kept encountering. There's just some issues that we were having as resellers here in the States dealing with overseas companies. The first one, I think, was fear related. I think it's hard for people here in the United States to get over the fact that we don't have that in-person, face-to-face interaction. We're having to trust, we're having to do a lot online, and we're just having to overcome that fear. And so a lot of the people that I come across, they never take that leap of faith. They never try private label. They never try to get products from overseas because they have that fear factor and they're worried about doing everything online. Well, I just found out that actually DHGate is going to be opening a digital trade center in Southern California. And how they're doing it is they're integrating this digital technology and that in-person sourcing, and they're just streamlining the whole process to get Chinese products to you here in the States. So the second issue we were having is money. Everyone was worried about spending their money, sending their money overseas. There weren't any really safety nets. We were trying to go through PayPal to kind of, have some kind of protection because we were afraid, honestly, that we wouldn't see our money again, or, just trusting companies that we hadn't met, we hadn't dealt with before, we didn't have any experience with. Well, a great thing about DHGate is that they have their own logistics and payment method, which means super easy to buy worldwide now. Your payment will basically work no matter where you're from. Which brings me to my third point. If you go up here to selected suppliers, these suppliers are hand-picked from DHGate. These are trusted suppliers that DHGate has hand-picked because they have the volume necessary and because they put down a required deposit. Now, what the required deposit does is if you have any problems with your supplier, like say, I don't know, that the shipping was taking longer than anticipated, the order was wrong, something was the matter with your supplier, then this allows you to have some safety course, to have some form of recourse through DHGate because they can use the deposit money to reimburse you for any issues that you're having with the supplier. And the suppliers know this, and they willingly are working and giving the deposit to make this interaction and this trust issue just easier. It's just so nice to have that. There's also an article you can see right here. This is how to find it. I'll put the link down below too, just in case you want to read it for yourself. But it's how to find the best wholesale suppliers on DHGate. And I thought that this was, really informative because it talked about all of these issues here. So it's finding the suppliers, and it even shows you step by step how to do everything. So it's just super easy to use, super user friendly. And for people that, like me, that aren't always tech savvy, they've just really laid out a really nice website and some really nice, support documentation to help you through everything. Now I'm going to show you my favorite feature. So say you're on here and you're shopping for something. So I don't know, what do we want to shop for today? I don't know, say we're doing a first aid kit. Okay, so what you're going to get is we have 181 items that are coming up for the first aid kit. But what I wanted to show you is just like, say we find one that we like. Like I like this one. And I can see that they have 2 reviews and 4 transactions. So what does this remind you of? It kind of reminds you of Amazon, right? It's like this is the Amazon site for us resellers to get products and suppliers. So it's really cool because we can actually click on the reviews, and we can see what people are rating them. So this is someone from the United States, and you can see that they gave them 5 stars and what they had to say about it, and then the seller's response. So there's only 2 on this one, but I just kind of randomly clicked one. But you can see how this is super helpful, right? It gives you feedback on the company, which I don't know about you, but that was huge for me because that was one of my main issues that I was having was security. And I don't know these companies, and I'm sure it's the same for you. And here now we have the system that DHGate has created where we can, much like on Amazon, look and see if we have that kind of social proof on a company that someone has used them, that they've liked them or disliked them, and what their experience has been. And this has been so great in my own business that now I can almost cut out that sample stage. I'm not quite there yet, but almost. That brings me to my next point. The next big hurdle is always the samples. You have to get, several from several different companies. They're expensive to have shipped to you. And here, now that I have that trust factor, and I'm finding that maybe I don't need to rely on samples as much, or maybe not even at all. Another hurdle that we hit using other companies, but not DHGate, is the quantity, the amount that we can order. So a lot of times you are forced into a situation where you have to get some huge bulk quantity that you're not really comfortable with buying, especially fresh out of the gate. Like maybe you're just starting, maybe this is your first time using the company, and you're like, I really don't want to spend so much money right at the beginning. Well, here it's like DHGate kind of married AliExpress with Alibaba because a lot of times you can buy quantity of 1, but you can still buy in bulk. And you can see here that the prices reflect how much that you buy, and you can still negotiate. So it's kind of nice that now you have the flexibility to do that. Okay, and then the last hurdle I wanted to talk about today is the shipping time. We're all trying to do air shipping and, dealing with everything and dealing with customs, and it's so overwhelming when we talk about shipping and how long it takes to get products internationally. Look at this, 2 to 5 day shipping. What? That is amazing. Free, 2 to 5 day shipping. So this is a game changer, right? If you are desperate for inventory. You're running low and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to reorder. Okay, here we are, fourth quarter, you're getting into Christmas time or any other holiday or seasonal type of time. You can order and order quickly with this shipping feature. Okay, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm really pleased with DHGate. I mean, obviously, that's why I'm switching over to them. So put down in the comments below, maybe you are already using DHGate, maybe you're going to switch to. Kind of let me know your thoughts, where you're at with this. So I'm pretty excited about it, and I wanted to put this out to you as soon as I could. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.